How Antwerp became the cocaine capital of Europe. Antwerp, a city in Belgium, has now become Europe's cocaine trafficking capital. Several criminal groups from the Balkans have proved enough to be entrepreneurial. In 2020, the Port of Antwerp accounted for 40% of all cocaine seizures in Europe. Cocaine has been considered the ultimate criminal steroid, bringing corruption to the local authorities and violence to the streets. So how did this happen? Watch the video till the end to learn more about the cocaine activities in Antwerp. Before you watch this video, take a moment to subscribe to our channel, The Criminal Network. Antwerp is one of Europe's second most significant ports, carrying out #1 cocaine trafficking through numerous operations. While Belgium is known as the land of chocolates, we often miss out on its growing illicit drug and cocaine trafficking. The Port of Antwerp has evolved as one of the most exciting ports for all the drug and cocaine smugglers, as they are like those legitimate companies who can rely on infrastructure and logistics. Europe's second biggest and farthest inland seaport offers a wide variety of global goods that pass quickly through Antwerp and are also distributed across the continent fast, whether that product is coffee, counterfeit, or cocaine. The illicit markets also operate similarly, so the same and well-known ports are used for smuggling vast amounts of cocaine. Approximately 12 million containers move in and out of Antwerp each year. Around 3% of containers are physically checked by the authorities. If you are a trafficker, the opportunities for hiding drugs within this sheer volume of trade, how will you find this work? Give your answers in the comment section below. So, whether the smugglers are importing cocaine, methamphetamines, or medicines, the Port of Antwerp is an excellent hub for distributing across Europe. This makes it especially attractive for cocaine traffickers because European consumption has increased over the last 15 years. Crucially, it is now a more lucrative market than North America. Europe became a business for cocaine traffickers because the price for a kilo of cocaine is higher in Europe than in the United States, with much less risk of interdiction and much less risk of extradition, so it's more rewarding with fewer risks. Numerous European mafias sought to exploit this profitable opportunity further by controlling more of the supply chain. At the same time, some carved out a reputation for reliability and extreme violence, those from the Balkan countries such as Albania, Croatia, and Bosnia. However, as you know, Europe has become the heart for carrying out illicit drug and cocaine trafficking. No one can ignore the attendant violence they bring with them. As the violence, crime, and corruption in cocaine trafficking are increasing, it is also bothersome that the increase of violence has grown to 57%. According to the Antwerp Federal Police, this fact is impossible to ignore. Meanwhile, the search for cocaine has increased to almost 112,000 kilograms, with the confiscation of 73,000 kilograms last year in the ports of Antwerp. The authorities also stated that they had confiscated 20.7 million euros in cash. While it continued to nurture smugglers of cocaine, on the other hand, it has established Dutch drug gangs like those spilling beans across the Belgian borders. Notably, last year, Belgian Justice Minister Vincent van Quickenborne was allegedly about to get kidnapped by Dutch drug gangs. Hence, 4 suspects were arrested for this purpose. The minister purposely went into hiding as the news broke out that his killing with a grenade linked other criminal gangs and the Dutch gangs. Thus, the Port of Antwerp is an ideal location to target trafficking motives. What do you think of this? Comment your answers in the comment section. The Port of Rotterdam is a massive operation. It is located in the western part of the Netherlands. It is the biggest port in Europe, shipping well over 430 million tons of cargo each year. 116% of total revenue when you want to get rich fast, because hidden among the 14 million containers handled each year is a very seductive and well-known Colombian export, known to the Dutch as saus or sauce, and they party hard on it. However, with some 650,000 people in Rotterdam and around 17 million in the Netherlands, the Dutch couldn't possibly enjoy the estimated 700 tons of pure Colombian white cocaine moved through the port last year. You see, Rotterdam is just the start, because as soon as the product is on Dutch soil, it will get distributed all over Europe in the most sophisticated and efficient way possible. To understand how massive this trade is, we have to look at the average price per kilo, around 50 to 60,000 euros, or around $56,000 to $67,000. However, when you distribute the product to Scandinavian countries, you can quickly get over $100,000 per kilo. The estimated 700 tons of product that moved through the port can easily be valued at over $40 billion. The big bosses know precisely how to spend this. Most of them are forced to work from home in places such as Dubai, where they live in multi-million-dollar apartments and enjoy a very luxurious lifestyle. Suppose you wondered why so many girls on Instagram are being flown out to Dubai. In that case, these guys are ordering them like takeout, paying $50,000 a weekend for some bedroom fun when you make more than $1 million daily. Now, officials will tell you that the total amount of product moving through the port is closer to $10 billion, but that's because they make a much more conservative estimate of incumbent, acting as escaping detection. Just recently, the mayor of Rotterdam revealed that the Dutch customs only check about 1% of all shipping containers and customs containing tropical fruit, since this is the principal method for transporting the product. So if you're only checking about 1% of all fruit containers, there is no way you are seizing most of what's being shipped. It shows you that the authorities have been purposely downplaying the numbers for years to make it look like their methods are working. But in reality, they are being outsmarted, outspent, and out-innovated by the criminal networks. How does it all work? Give your answers in comment sections. Internally, Belgium struggles with its cocaine trafficking, and police find it difficult to overcome its difficulties. According to sources, numerous attacks have been planned in Antwerp as smugglers become too aggressive. They're even trying to indulge students in illegal trafficking. The attacks include stabbings, shootings, and attempted arson. One incident occurred in 2012 when the smugglers kidnapped a family member to steal a small packet of cocaine. They sent photos of the deceased to the family, threatening to feed him into the meat grinder. The Belgian government is striving hard to control cocaine trafficking by bracing its efforts towards reducing misdeeds. While the situation is worsening, Antwerp's mayor has called for comprehensive political support. The government has also announced deploying 100 more armed officers near the ports and advanced scanning machines to increase inspections and decrease the loopholes. Some of the current facts include the following. 1. In Antwerp, the use of cocaine has doubled. 2. In 2022, 110,000 kilograms of cocaine were found in Antwerp, while in 2020 it was still 65,000 kilograms. A lot of coke snorted in Antwerp. For the umpteenth year in a row, Antwerp leads the list of places where most cocaine traces are found in wastewater. Compared to 2021, cocaine use there is said to have increased by 50%. In Brussels and Amsterdam, the increase is around 28%. 3. Thus, by the end of this year, there should be 1,000 additional people in the federal police, 400 of them in the federal judicial police. There will also be more resources, 310 million euros extra this legislature for the entire police organization.